to other tech hubs in India, so we can have Dubai as a place for Indian innovation and Indian technology to be implemented, and then use Dubai to grow and spread the Indian technology, especially in AI, in the wider region, which will eventually help us locally in having more transformation in AI and digitalization.
Great. So were there any very specific outcomes from your Bangalore visit?
We signed two important MOUs. The first MOU was with NASCOM. The MOU will focus on AI and agentic AI specifically. How can we help AI companies coming from Bangalore to enter Dubai market and then use Dubai as a growth hub for them in the wider region, Africa, Middle East, CIS countries, and further. And second thing is, how can we create a bridge between Indian AI talent with the markets that are around us? We always hear in different parts of the world that different cities and countries would like to establish AI projects. But I think the running fuel of any AI project, especially with the large magnitude, is the AI talent. And the AI talent is available in India. But this talent requires to be connected in the right way, incubated, and giving the opportunity to this talent not only to be a part of multinational companies, giving them a further opportunities to go into entrepreneurship, to apply their innovation, and then to connect them with the right markets or the right investors that will help them to take their journey to the next level.
Great. On another note, I'd like you to give us a glimpse of how it was interacting with the industry during the peak of the crisis a few months ago. I remember you having back-to-back meetings with different sectors and acting as a bridge between the government and businesses. So did that help build confidence?
Thank you for raising this question. In Dubai, there is a very close relationship between the private sector and the public sector. Us as a Chamber of Commerce, being the voice of the private sector, we were always keen to work with government officials, not only in challenging times, even during regular times. During challenging times, most of the solutions that come from the private sector are innovative, are fast, and efficient. So we always meet with the subject matter experts, and we try to take the solution that they came up with or the workaround, and then we expand it across the sector. So during the first 2 weeks, when things got a bit tough that time, we met more than 100 business group and business council. So we met people representing more than 70 sectors and business councils representing more than 50 countries, not only to help them in the current situation, how can we even help their families, how can we help their growth plans, and how can we ensure that they don't need to change their budgets. So we don't even think of the day-to-day. We want you to continue your success. So what was the result and outcome of this? We came out with excellent solutions that was not only limited to the situation, that helped us in growing new sectors and finding solutions. And one of the positive numbers that myself, I was happily surprised about, in the first 6 months of this year, we had 7,500 new Indian companies joining us as Dubai Chamber of Commerce, which bumped up the number of Indian companies to 85,000 companies. This is a very significant number. And the second thing is the amount of efficiency that companies went through and the amount of digitalization to become more efficient so they can continue providing their services and their sales without having any implication on the supply chain in terms of cost. So This resilience comes from engaging with the private sector, from giving them the space to bring up their innovation. So the key success, or one of the key success of Dubai, in addition to having a great leadership, is it's a city that listens to the businessmen across the year. So around the clock, if times is challenging, they will listen even more. They will meet you more. If times is positive, they will come to you for growth opportunity. So engagement with the private sector is not limited only when there is a challenge. While when things are growing, we always believe that we should sit with the private sector, and now you're growing by double digit, 10% a year. How can we make this 10, 15? What do you need from us? And I think this gives people the long-term trust. That's why we see a lot of continuous investment coming from India to Dubai, and the number of companies and Indian companies continue to grow in the city.
So you mean to say that after the geopolitical event earlier this year, the confidence has gone up for Indian companies, the way they look at Dubai, right?
One number that might not be very visible is more than 120,000 new residents move into the city. There is an increase of number of family offices setting their investment arms in the city of Dubai. So at the end of the day, numbers are the real proof of growth. And I think what really matters further than the day-to-day numbers is it's a place that gives entrepreneurs, especially in the tech sector, the opportunity to apply their innovation. We have sandboxes around the city. We have a lot of startups coming as far as America and Canada down to Australia. They have great concepts. Just due to regulation, they cannot apply it. While in Dubai, you have controlled regulation labs where you can apply your innovation. Another innovative approach that was done about 2 to 3 years ago, when we continued to hear that governments are trying to ban or strict the use of virtual assets, Dubai went away and created the Virtual Asset Regulatory Authority. So an authority that majority of the law that they come up with are the first of its kind in the world. So we don't have to wait until things settle down, but we have to work with the private sector to build the right policies. Last 3 years, Dubai Chamber reviewed with the private sector and then communicated the recommendation with the government more than 200 policy reforms. And the government accepted and adopted 60% of the recommendation, which shows that they really listen to what the private sector is bringing forward.
And while you mentioned AI, what are the other key sectors in focus or where the opportunities you see would arise?
Sure. First of all, I think India is having an excellent project called Make in India. I think this is a great opportunity to make your product in India and grow your business and product through Dubai. So Dubai can be the growth launchpad for the Make in India project. At the end of the day, you need to connect to the wider world. In 2024, end of the year, the exports of the whole MENA region, 41% of it came out of UAE. We are always one of the top 3 trading partners across Africa. So you can imagine, agnostically, regardless which sector, either you're manufacturing heavy industry or you're manufacturing advanced technology, if you make it here, we can be your launchpad to grow it. Now moving into what sectors specifically. I think the next wave of growth for Indian companies in Dubai and in our region definitely will be in digital economy, mostly will be in AI and deep tech, in fintech. And I think these sectors will definitely have a huge opportunity for bilateral growth between Dubai and India.
And as more Indian companies are using Dubai as a base to expand beyond the Gulf, how is Dubai helping them access these markets, say across Africa, Europe?
Dubai chambers have 39 global offices. We help any company that have a base in Dubai, regardless their origin, even if it's a company that's set up last year. We help them to access more than 80 markets because each office that we have cover a radius of countries. The support can be as simple as setting up a subsidiary, and it can be as big as investment and acquisition projects. This is very important because this is an easy gateway. We have an office that is based in Mumbai, and we have another office that we opened last year in Bangalore. So you can always reach out to our offices for further clarification. This is from Dubai Chamber. From the city of Dubai, we have been blessed that we have two very strong world-class logistic players such as Emirates Airline and DP World. Emirates Airline, they fly to more than 250 destinations, while DP World, they manage more than 92 ports globally. So this creates a very strong logistical network that can definitely enable Indian entrepreneurs and large corporations to access any country in the world efficiently, quickly, and in a sustainable way.
Great. And Dubai has benefited from being a trusted global business hub. But in a world where companies are constantly reassessing risk and moving capital, what will it take for Dubai to remain competitive over the next decade?
I don't want to repeat my answer,
Yeah.
but to be honest, I think if all other cities do the same, they will have maybe similar results or even better than us. Just engage with the private sector. Be open for criticism. Be open to receive recommendation. Be open to accept that this policy is outdated, this law is outdated, need to be changed. So the only thing that we do is that we listen to the experts in a very humble approach. We know that they know the sector better than us, and we try to have a win-win situation between having the right competitive market with giving them the growth opportunity. At the end of the day, you cannot, be in a position that you want to force a new AI law or a new manufacturing law, and you never manufactured one single item as a government official or as an official in the private sector. But if you engage with 100 manufacturers and then you try to get a common ground, definitely you will get better reforms. And I think this is the key aspect of the continuous development. And the second thing is that you need to have an open platform for entrepreneurship. You should not worry about applying new things, being the first in applying new things, taking some heat, taking some criticism, not only globally, even from your own people, just to be able to try out things. The worst thing that can happen if it did not work, you can stop it. But the best thing that it can happen that you might be the first, leader in this new area, and then it will take others a lot of time to catch up with you.
And finally, for the Indian CEOs in the room who are thinking of moving or expanding to Dubai, what would you like to say to them? And what is the mistake do you think they should avoid?
Speak to other Indian CEOs in Dubai. I'm not saying this as a marketing, really. They will tell you, what is the best way not only to enter the market, what is the best and quickest way to, accelerate your growth in the market and through Dubai. You can always reach out to Dubai Chambers. We have two offices here. Abhijit is sitting there, and we'll be happy to support. At the end of the day, I think the historical trade relationship between India and Dubai specifically goes back hundreds of years. Last year, we reached as a UAE $100 billion in terms of bilateral trade, and Honorable Prime Minister Modi and His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed put a new target by 2032 to bump it up to $200 billion US. To be able to do that, we really need to relook at things. We need to do things efficiently. We need to work closer. We need to communicate more. And I think this is an open invitation for all CEOs who are keen to come and visit on a private visit and engage with the private sector and engage with the chamber. We'll be happy to support you on the ground.
Thank you so much for all the insights. It was great speaking with you today, and I'm sure Dubai will, with Dubai Chambers and you there, I'm sure that Indian businesses there don't have to worry about anything.
And I'd like to take this opportunity, and this is honestly from my heart, to thank the business community coming from India. Lots of them, they're third and fourth generation. They always come with their innovation and their will belief, and I think they respect a round of applause and a thank. And we wish to see more Indian businesses growing, not only in Dubai, even from Dubai to the world. Thank you.